God, I just about choked myself as I launched the stream. That's awesome. The hilarious part is you guys probably can't hear what I'm hearing in the background yet. Hey, Thorn. I've got a Halls, and I inadvertently inhaled some of my saliva. So I'm doing better, but not when I'm choking on my own saliva. So just leave this up for a second. Plan for tonight is I'm going to build a mob farm. I need the spider eyes. So that is first and foremost what we're going to be working on. I'm going to continue working on the villager trading hall, which is where I currently am right now. I'm just, oh, hang on. Just going to load in one more villager, or I've loaded him in. He's right there. Just to kind of show you the tedious process that you have to go through to see if somebody other than the guys behind me. The librarians are easy. Everybody else, you actually have to trade them all the way up to see if you've got what you want. Bit of a pain in the bum. So we have fit this guy in. He's parked in here waiting to be set. Set loose is the wrong word, but basically just so he is in place. He has not got a trade associated with him yet. We're going to give him a grindstone, which turns him into an armor, and he trades coal. We don't need this here any longer. When the next guy comes in, I'm going to line it all the way across like I just did. I'm leaving this in place for now because we might have to kill him. And I'm going to go to my normal full screen. And we have a zombie outside playing music. There's a zombie out there with a beatbox. So this is in place for the next one. What I'm basically going to do at this point is just send this back, which will probably pick up another villager, and we'll leave it at that. I'm going back to the base for a second just to get this to despawn, because that's ridiculous. No, the best thing to do with the blazes is actually build a proper blaze farm where you're not fighting them directly, but you're getting the drops. And that is definitely something I can do. So, no changes to the base itself other than I've got way more levels because I've been trading with villagers almost all day. I'm going to grab a couple stacks of coal. And we're going to run back just to, because I might have to kill some of these zombies manually. So nothing has really changed at this end of the base. In fact, nothing has changed. I moved the door to the side because we need the, and remember yesterday I said build in odds. It's an odd measurement going this way, and like a dumbass, it's an even measurement going back to front. I don't think it was him. There was a native spawned zombie that was making all that noise outside. So I'll show you everybody that I've got here. I moved over the villagers that I needed to move and then created a bunch more. This took all morning. So we've got this guy trading protection 3. This one's Silk Touch. This one is name tagged. So he's from, hey Terry, what's going on? He's from the original group that I had over at the trading hall or at the villager spawner. Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, Mending. And then the rest of these are new guys. So we got Fortune 3, Power. So this is would go on a pickaxe. This increases the drops you get, like for diamonds and coal and stuff like that. Power 5 is for bows. It increases the power, and that's a max level. In fact, all of these are max level enchants. So Power 5. Fire Protection 4, this is, if I'm going to be going up against blazes, this is definitely something that I'm going to want to have. Sharpness 5 goes on swords. It increases the amount of damage that it does. Looting 3, again, is a sword enchant. This goes on a sword, and it increases the drops you get from killing. And then Sweeping Edge 3. Sweeping Edge, basically, if you've got an XP farm, the blade goes across horizontally and hits more than one zombie, or more than one mob. So these are the ones that I've gotten so far. And I put signs above all of them, just so that it is easy to find. Coming down this side, we've got 2 guys with the blast furnace. So they give you diamond armor, and they come with some enchants. Legs have protection 3, the boots have unbreaking 1, fire protection 2 on the helmet, and protection 2 on the chest plate. So, not too bad. This one, Unbreaking 2, Projectile Protection 4, Tombstone Soulbound. Basically what that means is you get to keep this one when you die. And then Projectile Protection 3. So again, not bad. This guy's got a smithing table, so he drops pickaxes or diamond tools. The big one here is an Unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe. So this one I only had to kill this guy once and then check this. So we're about to do the same with this guy. So as it sits right now, we have to trade him all the way up, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. So we can buy iron axes. We can also trade iron. I'm going with the cheapest ones I possibly can. So I am going to have to buy these axes. So I'm going to get rid of what's... So you'll notice here, this one is X'd out, which means I can't trade that until he resets that trade. I can go back to the coal, though. And see the particles? That means that he has just gone up a level in his trade. So he's now dropping a diamond axe. His trade value is now down to 1 for the axes. So we, hang on. I'm just going to clean out some inventory space. So that is X'd out. I can do coal, or I can do... I hesitate to do it, but diamonds. And this should max him out. So he's now master level. Smite 2 is not a great one. So smite, as opposed to sharpness. Smite is against undead enemies, whereas sharpness is against all enemies. So you're better to have sharpness. So ultimately, we're not going to keep this guy. So now the question is how do you get rid of him so that you don't piss off all of these guys? And the answer to that is with lava. And now we rinse and repeat. This is kind of what I've been up against most of the day. So this is now set to allow him back in again. So what I'm going to do is put these here, because when I break the minecart, he'll escape if you don't have all sides blocked. So let's now get rid of these axes. It's not going to be a complete waste. What you can do with these is you can run them through a furnace. You'll get iron nuggets. It gives you something back, basically. So you can see I'm getting iron nuggets back. So it's an expensive way to get iron nuggets, but now I'm going to explain what everything is in that backpack in just a second, because we're actually going to go build the mob farm. So these are the materials. Whoops, wrong one. These are the materials I'm going to need to make that mob farm. So slabs, stones, 23 redstone repeaters, scaffolding to get us up above, initially up above the farm itself. And in fact, I'm going to go up and down with that. I'm going to teleport into the AFK, but in order to go down and turn the farm on and off, I'm going to use the scaffolding. Water, because we're going to use water for transport. I've got some temporary blocks. We got redstone dust, a comparator, a lever, dispensers, and observers. What we're basically doing is we're building a multi-tier spawn platforms that are dark, so mobs will spawn on them. All of the repeaters and the comparator and the lever are creating a clock that is going to dispense water, flushing them off their platform down into another water-filled platform where they go into a central chute and then drop down and get killed. So This is going to be a loot only farm, not XP, because ultimately I want the loot from the mobs. So, I'm just going to show you on the video what this looks like. I'm going to play a little bit of it without the sound. Yeah, it should capture all of it. So you can see how this is going to work. And then off he goes from there. So I'm just going to play that again, because this is the introduction to his video. I've built this in my other world, and that's actually where the thumbnail came from. It's very efficient. It's got everything else. So basically what I did is, I got to go outside. On my mini map, this is deep ocean. I don't know if you can see that or not. So this is the map mod that I've installed. And right down at the bottom, it shows it where my cursor is. Below that, down at the bottom, it gives the coordinates, and then it says deep ocean. So I knew that was deep ocean. So I rode out here in a boat and started building here, basically. I found a shallow area, went down to the ocean floor, and then pillared up with cobblestone. Created a small platform, and then put a teleporter on it. So that's the basis of what this build is going to look like, or where we're building from. So we're going to go to the mob farm. So this is a temporary platform. It is not staying. So I am actually taking this with me. This eventually, like I said, will be coming with me. So there is a quantum entangloporter here set to items. All of the hoppers, and I don't know if you can see this or not. So the single hopper is pointing directly into it. The ones behind it are pointing into that one, and then all of the side ones are pointing into the center column. So basically, anything that drops into a hopper is ultimately going to be funneled into the quantum entangloporter. The original design had it doing chests, but I want these coming directly to my farm. And for now, I'm going to put the anchor in here. So that this will keep the chunk loaded. So the drop should be far enough to kill them. If it doesn't, certain mobs require different heights that they have to drop in order for them to be killed. They land on campfires, and the campfire will kill them. So what we have to do now is we have to build up, I believe it's a total of 19. So 20 in total, including the base, so 19 up from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a single column at the back, just so that I can use that as a height reference. That's 19 taller than what we have here. And then I can drop into the water and then climb back up. This is the other advantage of building over the ocean is you can fall, as long as I don't fall into the center, we'll be fine. Probably. Okay, so we've built the column. Okay. Whoops. And then on each of these, we're going to go out 3 by 7. So there's 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then we turn this into a big platform. So this is how you would do it the slow way. But we're going to do the build to me thing here. Oops. You can't crouch and use that thing. So this should be 19 by 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Perfect. Then in each corner, we build a little triangle like so. And then we build 9 wide, starting from the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll be 8. And that would make it 9. So it's 3 and 1, 2, 3 on the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we do the entire perimeter in slabs. Get rid of some of that. Now I'm going to need water. And speaking of which, I have to go get rid of some. So I'm going to take a very quick break and run to the washroom. And we'll water soak this and we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. Doesn't matter how many times I take this headset off and put it back on, it's twisted every single time. So just make sure I'm putting the water down correctly. Okay. Looks like we need the bed back. Thank you, sir. Sort of a barbecue pit. So basically the way this water stuff works this time is we're going to water soak. Now this is something that even though I don't need to put them in, like this whole line needs to be watered, water source blocks. I don't need to put them in every single source or every one. If I skip one every time, the middle one will fill in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now those middle ones are now source blocks, so I can refill all my water buckets from here. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing going down the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Refill the water buckets. So you can see that the water is now all flowing into the center section. Now what we want to do is we want to put water in each of the 4 corners. And then we're going to fill in these little pockets that we've created. And for some reason on slabs, you have to fill every single one. They don't flow. Don't need this right now, so we'll get out of the way because I need 7 for each one. Okay. Gonna refill those. We need my temporary blocks, which are right here. And I need my food back because I'm starting to get some hunger. Okay, this is where it gets fun. So I'm crouching down so the water can't affect me. So we're building into the center of our fire pit. We're going up 2. And then we need our dispensers and those things. So we're looking for now a dispenser facing up. And now we can break the temporary blocks. And then we're back to slabs. So we're going out 7 each way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fuck. 5, 6, 7. And then basically what we're doing now is we're building a diamond. So each one of these going across is going to be 1 less than the one before it. And then we build that all the way across. So this dispenser gets one of our water buckets because this is what's going to flush the system out. And you can see basically that anything that gets flushed off is never going to get past the edges and will fall down into the layer below and then get flushed down into the central, like what Thorne called the fire pit. Because he's not wrong. And then I think... I'm just seeing where he goes next. And then it's rinse and repeat. Okay. Just making sure that I got that oriented correctly. Yep. So when you orient these, the arrow should be facing down. And then it's rinse and repeat. And we basically just keep doing this until we run out of observers. You know what I forgot to do? I'm going to try something here. See if we can make this go a little quicker. Shit, fuck. That looks like it was put together correctly. So anything I'm dropping is getting flushed, and it will be back in the storage system back at base. Oh, God damn it. Fuck's sake. Well, we're halfway there. Four levels to go after this one. Basically, what I'm doing in order to aim these is you crouch, and then when you back up or go forward, you can't come off the edge. I'm holding down right click to place, and then just moving my cursor until it's just off the edge, and then just backing up, and it just does the same thing. And if you aim too far, you can see I'm actually hitting below. Fuck's sake. And the bucket doesn't have to be in the center. It's just superstition on my part. The doohickey is called a building gadget. And the way I'm getting that last one in place, I'll show you again on the upper level. Basically, you have to crouch to put the first one down or you'll interact with the inventory. Then it's a straight place, and then the last one is a jump in place. God damn it. So crouch, place, place, jump place. Now, I can't remember what we do here. I think we put one in, but I don't remember. Give me a sec. I just got to get caught up in the video. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're making a second run of this all the way across. Okay. From here we go 21. And the easiest way to do that is to actually put 21 in your inventory. And I already did that wrong. These have to be bottom slabs. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So on the other side, we want to go 20. And again, bottom slabs. With slabs, mobs can spawn on a full block, but they can't spawn on a half block because there's an air gap. And so this creates a non-spawnable area. All the other platforms are top blocks. This cover, which is going to shade the entire farm, are all bottom blocks, so they are non-spawnable. Now we need 14. Now we're going to have to listen to that continuously while we finish off the build. So that means that things are already spawning. And we are out of slabs. So this is still set to mob farm. That should be enough. Whoops. I'm clicking in the wrong spot. God damn it. Right there. Okay. Just checking my lines. Now we make the clock. Okay, I remember this part now. So this is the on-off for the entire mob farm. So this is what's going to switch this whole system on. This is a comparator. We're putting it in subtract mode. That's what it means when that light is on. And then we're putting down, all of these are going to have repeaters. And you click them 3 times. This is how many ticks it is. So that would be a 1 tick delay. So it would fire, pause for 1 tick. I cannot remember how many ticks there are in a second. I think it's 20. But so 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks. We're setting all of these to 4 ticks. And then we put 2 redstone to come around the corner. This puts the pulse into the entire column, because this is where the the dispensers and the observers are for the whole thing. Okay. And then we're going to go 71 blocks above the top of the farm. Give me 1 second here. I missed something in here. Fuck, I'm gonna die. And the worst part is I have no way up there. Am I going the right way? Yep, yikes is right. Ooh. Gotta figure out how tall that friggin' building is. I think the platforms are 30. Then we've got another 20 for the build, so that's 50, and then there's 64 plus 9. Yeah, exactly. So we need 20 plus 30 plus 64 is 94, plus 9 is 103. So I'm going to make sure that we've got 3 stacks of these things. That should be plenty. And I need a boat. And then we're going to need some of those. I'm going to make a second atomic disassembler so I can at least protect myself if I need to on the way over. And we need food. Am I already making energy tablets? I am not. Okay. At least I know where I died. Yeah, I've got the boat. Without the Tombstone mod, all of my stuff would have despawned by the time I get back. At least this way I get all of all that stuff back. The pants and the helmet have Tombstone soulbound, so they stay with me for so at least I've got some armor. I know how to build when I get up there this time. I'm just seeing if there's anything in the hoppers. Just make sure that the system is emptying itself. If I can. Seems to be. Yeah. Okay, so that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be where the edge is. It looks like it's far enough up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so we got all our shit back. So let's try this again. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move out one with the top piece. Like move the scaffolding out and then try and build back. Because once I get that first block on there, then I'm fine. The problem with scaffolding is you cannot crouch. Now we have solid. And I'm going to build a 4 wide platform. You only need 3, but I'm building 4 because I'm going to put the teleport thing in here. And I got to get rid of these clouds. Okay. Now we have a respawn point up here. Just remove the blue spawn one and get rid of this as well, so I don't have to look at those. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put a roof on it. And we're doing this one wider than the do I have slabs? I'm going to put bottom slabs. That way I don't have to light it up. So there is a mob in the game whose name escapes me, but they come out at night and they're vicious. This basically prevents them from seeing us. And because we're building on the bottom, the upper surface is not spawnable, so we won't get spawns above our head. And I need to increment the death counter. And put in some numpties. So we'll see if the teleport system works. I'm going to go home. I'm going to reset my spawn point to my bed here. Time for hauls. And we're going to get some fences so that we don't fall out of this thing. We'll just make a stack. Yeah, these are the extra strength, the mentholyptus ones. So the honey ones are nice though. They're very soothing. These are extra strength, as in I'm not screwing around. So yes, we can respawn back here. Now, one thing I could do, and in fact may do, is put another teleporter down on the roof. The only problem with them is they're a light source. So we'll just stick with this for now. Non-spawnable. So actually, before we do this, let's go back to base. So you can see I have no spider eyes. I have 60 gunpowder, 124 bones, 69 arrows. Can't see how much rotten flesh that is. 73 rotten flesh and 10 string. So these are all of the mob drops that we're going to get out of that mob. Plus, if there are witches in there, we'll also get redstone, water bottles. Occasionally you get potions, but the reason I wanted to come back here is we are going to run back and need another boat and disassemble that platform underneath, because it doesn't need to be there, because it's just a spawnable area that's going to increase or decrease our mob drop rates. You know what? I'm going to take a gamble on this, because I have reset my spawn point. because we should be fine just jumping in the water, even from the height of this. It should be fine. Oh, and actually, we've got a way down because I left the scaffolding. Never mind. Glad I didn't run the whole way. This shit will all respawn, or sorry, will despawn, so don't really care. May as well gather it up. Waste not, what not. And those are dolphins that are swimming around me, in case you're wondering. That should be everything. Sounds like they're all getting flushed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. We're going to AFK up here for 10. If anybody has any questions about the build, I know that that was actually a fairly lengthy process that took about an hour and a half, and killed myself once. So we hang out up here. Siri, start a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, counting down.
And there we go. So I am going to run to the washroom because I do have to do that. So that'll eat up part of this. And then we'll finish the 10-minute AFK. We'll go shut the mob farm off and then and see what we got for drops. And I'll be right back. And we're back. And we've got, I should have done an on-screen timer. We got 6:23 or 6:20 until the 10 minutes is up. Thank you, sir. Not exactly the most riveting, AFKing, but it is an opportunity to see what the catch rates are for the farm. So this should give me gunpowder, which ultimately I'm going to use. More importantly, for right now, I need spider eyes. The reason I need those is to fabricate or craft or brew the potions of weakness for the villagers. For the basically, what I want to do is turn them into zombie villagers and then cure them. So I've made the golden apples, but I need spider eyes to make fermented spider eyes, which makes the weakness potion. I'm also going to need blaze powder. Which means another trip to the nether. And I think what I need to do is actually take the shield with me and use the shield to try and avoid the fireball attacks. Because I'm pretty sure the sword that I have has looting. Yeah, it does. So these are going back into inventory storage. I'm just moving them out of my inventory. Just actually, that's a waste of time, isn't it? One more thing that I'll have to do when I get back to base. And this is going to go in the storage system so that I have it as a spare. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go to the nether tonight. 9 o'clock my time. We've been streaming for 2 and a bit hours. I'm going to go for another hour. I'm going to do some more work on the the trading hall itself, and then call it a night. We got 2 more minutes. But kind of a cool view from up here. 55 seconds. That actually pauses the game. That's going to affect my rates a little bit, but that we'll get the idea. All right, there's 10 minutes. Okay, it has shut itself off. Got a bunch of gunpowder. Got a bunch of everything, but just no spider eyes. What a bummer. So I'm going to AFK tonight when it's bedtime. But lots of gunpowder. Gunpowder is going to come in handy later. Roger that. Gunpowder gets used to craft fireworks rockets, which is how we're going to get around with the elytra. Now, I'm curious what's involved with the mecha suit. We need polonium. Okay, so this is once we get into nuclear stuff. HDPE, I think, is made from HDPE pellets, which is substrate in a pressurized reactor chamber with liquid ethylene and oxygen. So I'm going to need more. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a crafting tree. This is powered battle armor, basically. But we have to be in the nuclear age in order to do it because we need polonium. Oh, and netherite. Which I have mined, by the way. I've got 50 ancient debris so far, and I found it with the digital miner. So we could have netherite armor currently. It just doesn't have the enchants on it that I want, so I haven't bothered. Okay. So I've got 3 of the fermented spider eyes, which I need for the brewing. So we need to make more, and that's ultimately what the next step is going to be. Is hopefully by AFKing we get some spider eyes. Basically, what that does. So let's go over to the trading hall. Okay, so we do have a new guy here. So just as an example, let's go look at mending. This guy's mending book is 32 emeralds plus a book. We can get that down to as low as 1 emerald. Basically what we do is, and you can hear him, there's a named zombie wandering around here. If I lower this down, I'm not going to do it. Actually, let's do it with one of these. Let's go back to the base for a second. So, blaze powder. There's no way other than crafting. I was hoping we could run it through a machine. So, this should be fairly straightforward. So the blaze powder goes in. That's what powers the system. We need a water bottle. This is going to get turned into a potion. And we need, in this case, the fermented spider eye. So it's doing its thing. Now, this is going to make a regular weakness potion. That is something that I would take. We don't want that. We want a splash potion, something that we can throw. So, potion of weakness. We put in blaze powder and add gunpowder. We now have a splash potion of weakness. So between that and the golden apple, that's how we cure villagers. So let's pick one. Let's go with mending. First thing we have to do is put it in hard mode. Now he's going to get attacked. He should get attacked. And I may not have him in the right spot. So I may have to rethink this. I'm going to park these here for now. Anyway. I just put this up to prevent this guy from running away if he escapes. Which he shouldn't. Now, did I put everything back at the base? I did. Of course I did. Sleep through the night real quick. I know, right? I think I might have put the tunnel that he's in one back too far, so he can't actually see the villager. So we drop down this, which turns him into a weaponsmith, and we have to rinse and repeat the process that we did earlier. I got to throw all that in storage. He just went up a level. So he's now at master. And again, absolute shit sword. So I just spent all those materials and we're going to have to kill him. So we'll send this back. And we'll get another villager. I'm just going to throw that in there for now. Now, I'm really curious what I did wrong. What I'm going to do here, bit of a hack, cheat, if you want to call it that. I'm going to go options, put this on peaceful mode so I won't get attacked. And I don't want him to burn up. This might need to be one taller, is what it is. Let's go find our zombie. Fuck, did I despawn him by going peaceful? God damn it. God fucking damn it. Yes, it's exactly what I did. I didn't make this 3 tall. So at some point I have to lure another zombie in here. And then cover that back over. There, that'll work. Hey, Dirt, what's going on? We need a name tag. Actually, oh, and I forgot to do this when you got here.
What a dork.
Oh, doing all right. Built a mob farm earlier tonight, and just fucked up the build for the zombie area. Inadvertently deleted my zombie. So this is what we're naming the new zombie. So this zombie shall be Dirt McZombie. And we got to lure him into that hole. And if memory serves, they won't cross railway tracks. I inadvertently deleted them. I realized that I had fucked up the design here and went to peaceful mode, which deletes all mobs. So I deleted my named zombie because I'm an idiot. We'll just temporarily get rid of these. Oh well, shit happens. There's a spider eye. We're going to need that later. creepers galore. Gotta kill the other guy. I should have named her Rob Zombie. Morgan, do we have any? No, he can't get back out, and I can steal some dirt. There we go. So let's try this one more time. I'm just going to go back and sleep through the night. And yes, Thorn, you're right. I am a numpty. All right. So I'm just going to get rid of all of the junk that's here. Once it's crafted, I can either toss it away or I can run it through the smelter, which will at least give me an iron nugget, or in the case of this one, a gold nugget back. So. So back over to the training hall. So this is how you cure your zombie. So we're going to do the guy with mending. He should get attacked. Oh, hang on. Got to put it in hard mode. Why is he not getting struck? Do I have to have him up hard? Not again. Wrong one. Work in progress. Now, he's got armor, so he shouldn't burn up. Where did he go? Fuck, did I despawn that guy? No, there he is. All right. Let's try this one more time. Do I need to give him a sword? No, he's not attacking anybody. All right. I'm going to have to do some reading and figure this one out. Vegan zombie, that's hilarious. Oh well. Did I send the minecart? I did. I sent the minecart back, right? All right. I'm going to run to the washroom, and then we're going to check on the where the minecart is, and then see how I feel about carrying on a little further. But give me 1 sec. I will be right back. All right, we're back. All right, we'll see if the minecart... Actually, we'll sleep through the night. Yep. We'll try one more time with this this guy to see if I can get a decent trade out of him. I thought, no, hang on. There it is. So let's do this one more time. So we need coal, iron, and diamond. So I gotta run back and grab coal. So in order to see what kind of a diamond sword he's going to give us, we have to trade him all the way up to expert level. And if it's not what we want, I'm not going to kill this one. It's not anytime soon anyway. Need more coal. Yeah, exactly. He gets a cleansing bath if he doesn't give me what I want. All right, this should finish him off. Fortune 1. Okay, sorry, Tombstone Soulbound. That's not bad at all. It's neutral. So there's nothing good, nothing bad about it. So that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we'll take that. So with that in mind, he can now get unlocked, sort of. And we get set up for the next guy. I'm not going to run anybody else in here. That was stupid. So all we're going to do is we're going to send the minecart back. And when someone shows up, they show up. We need one more slab, though. And I thought I had more here, but apparently I don't. Actually, I don't need these currently because this guy, whoever I bring in next, is not going to be... I'm not going to do another grindstone guy. We'll figure out what we're going to go from there. So, let's run back to the base. Put all this stuff in storage. Grab a slab. And just get this set up for him. So Dirt, I will show you the mob farm that we built, at least from the roof. Oh, that was quick. That's interesting. There really isn't any good way To get them out of the minecart without hurting them, which is kind of annoying. I don't think I have any on me. Do not. So I'm going to have to run this the rest of the way in, so I'm not going to grab any more guys tonight. So he is in there safe and sound. He can't get out because of the top slab, but just to play it safe, I'm going to put that there. There's no way he can get out of there. And we'll turn him into something tomorrow. I'm going to call it a night. I'm fading. The cold is better, but I am still coughing like crazy and not sleeping well. So, show Dirt the mob farm. So this is the AFK platform for the mob farm. This thing is ginormous. So we're going to give you the quickie view on my way past. Actually, I'm not going to jump off. I've got 15 levels on me, just in case. I should survive this, but I may not. So, that's just an AFK platform. You can hear this thing is already full of mobs. I don't know if we can actually get a view of it itself. So, down in under there, that is a... There are 10 levels. They're all the same size or shape as this, diamond shape, but much smaller. They are your spawning platforms. So they are filling up with mobs. When I flick the lever on the timer here, what it does is there are a series of dispensers and observer blocks in a column in the center of it all the way down. So when this timer goes through its cycle, it releases water, which pushes the mobs off the platforms down into that collection platform. They funnel into this, because of the flowing water, they funnel into the center, drop down, and get killed. So I'm just collecting the drops. So, flick this on. You can see this thing is basically a big elaborate timer. Here's the flowing water. Everything's gotten pushed off. It pulls the water back. More mobs will spawn. Flushes it again. And rinse and repeat. For maximum rates, I need to be up above. Now, some of those spiders are not getting flushed because they're probably up on the ceiling. But over time, they will get flushed. So that is the mob farm. Basically what you do is you turn it on, you go back up, you AFK from up there, and then you get what you get. So just that little tiny bit. I think I had 385 gunpowder, so we've picked up some. But these are all the mob drops. So it's string. So string and spider eyes from the spiders. Rotten flesh from the zombies, arrows, which will be good for the bow, which I'm going to start using here in a little bit. Bones, which we can turn into bone meal, and then gunpowder. Gunpowder is going to be very, very useful as we get deeper into this game. Once we go to the end and kill the Ender Dragon, We can travel out to the outer islands of the end. When we find an end city that has a boat, there's what's called an elytra on the boat. There's always one. If there's a boat there, there's always an elytra. It allows for flight, gliding. It's a glider. So what you do is with paper and gunpowder, you can make these fireworks rockets, which will actually, so if you jump in the air and fire a rocket, you're flying. You're rocket propelled, so you can travel around the world quite quickly. It's the fastest. It's not the fastest way to travel, but it's one of the fastest ways to travel. So the firework rockets themselves are gunpowder and paper. Think just like that, yeah. And that crafts 3 firework rockets. So I'm actually going to make the crafting recipe for that because it's not stored in JEI. So there. Now we can make rockets. The landings basically... Do I have an elytra in my other world? I think so. I'm going to be logging out here in a second, so I'm just going to switch to one of my other worlds that I know I have an elytra, and we'll show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to call it an evening. At least I think I have an elytra. Oh, and you know I was telling you about the powered armor, the mecha suit. This world, that's what this guy's wearing. I think it's F5 to show view. So this is the mecha suit. It's basically powered armor. So we've got books. We need emeralds. We need rockets. What I'm doing is, before I use this elytra, I'm going to put mending on it, and the one that... So we need mending and unbreaking. Just seeing how many levels each one is. That one is 2. This one is 3. So always put the more expensive one in first. So it's going to be 6 levels, I think. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take off the body, put on the elytra. Just going to go back and sleep through the night. And just to show you this, I'm going to take all of the suit off. And just go to diamond armor. We don't need the body. But we do need a helmet. So this is basically how it would look if I was out in this type of world. So you put the rocket in your offhand so that you can still fight. You double jump, and then you right click to fire the rocket. You gain some altitude, and then you just aim slightly below the horizon, and you can soar. So when you want to come in for a landing, now one other thing you can do with this is if you aim down, gain speed, and then aim back up at about a 45-degree angle until you stop climbing. This is actually a fairly efficient way to travel. You use fewer rockets, and you gain a lot of distance on your coast. So in order to land, basically what you do is you look up and turn, because that kills your momentum. And that's it. That's using the elytra. And you can see it's taken a little tiny bit of durability just because it got used, which is why you want Unbreaking 3 on it, because it minimizes the durability loss, and then mending so that you can fix it. But that's the elytra, and that is definitely something we're going to want in that world. The rockets themselves, if you just fire them, no, I think they have to be in your hand to fire them when you're on the ground. They're just a firework. So again, double jump, so it's jump, jump. And you can see there that I coasted back down. Yeah, it's a vanilla part of the game. It is in the end. But you can see how fast you're traveling. The problem you run into is if you run into something while you're doing this, you're going to kill yourself. Yeah, let's see if I can fly under the bridge. But there are some people that have gotten to the point where they can land basically exactly where they want, like on trees and shit, so that they can see what is around them. So yeah. Now the reason that I'm wearing the mecha suit, because this world is quite far evolved, is it is powered armor. It feeds me so I don't have to eat. Yeah, exactly. Rocket power, what could go wrong? This basically has creative flight. It's powered, but I can travel almost as fast as the Elytra with the suit that I'm wearing, so there's no need at this point to use the Elytra. And I can hover, which makes building, especially building at height, really, really, really easy. In-game stuff, though. But we'll definitely build towards it. And with that, I'm going to sign out. But that is something that we're working toward. I may want to go to the end. Well, I'm going to run the. I'm going to go back to the other world, and go turn on that farm and AFK for the night, like my night, and see if we can get some spider eyes. And once I get into place, I'm going to call it a night. So if for those of you that want to head out at this point, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to make sure that this is... Yeah, I don't understand why I got to break this every single time I log in. Now everything's recognized. Those are recognized. Okay, so both sides of the system are being recognized back in the base. I'm going to tuck that in there. Go to the mob farm. Go turn it on. Yeah, I got to double check Discord. I might. It depends if Robbo's streaming tomorrow morning. I told him I was available. I don't know if he's doing the raid thing tomorrow, but if he is, I'll be with him. And the reason for building this out in the deep ocean is there's fewer mobs around this type of an area. And also by AFKing up where I am, I think anything below the bottom of the bottom level is beyond spawn, or beyond the zone where things will spawn. So I'm just going to hang out here for the night. We'll see what kind of drop rates I have, or what I have for by the time tomorrow shows up. And I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for being here, everybody. It looks like we've actually got some half-decent numbers tonight, which is nice to see. I figured it was going to be slow initially with the switch from third-person shooters over to Minecraft, which is not to say that I won't be going back to those. It's just I needed a break. I was well and truly burned out from Division 2, and those types of games. So this is a way for me to rest and reset, so to speak. So we'll continue with this tomorrow. I definitely need to get to the end and kill some blaze. Not the end, sorry, to the nether and kill some blaze. We might have enough ender pearls now. I think I've got 13 or 14. We might have enough to go find the end portal and go to the end. If we do that, then I can grab some end stone and start making more ender pearls, which they're a crafting element. So I don't know if we're quite ready to take on the ender dragon. I need better gear, basically. This is good, but it's not great. So that is one of the things that I want to do, is sort of kit myself up a little higher. Might actually do some build an enchanting table and start enchanting some stuff, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I'm going to sign out. You guys have a great night. I'm going to go get some rest, and we'll be back for sure tomorrow evening. And if I'm going to go check the Discord right now, if one way or the other, I'll put a post on the channel to let you guys know if I'm going to be doing any Division 2 raiding tomorrow morning. And with that, I'm out. Have a great night. We'll catch you on the flip side.